It's also really fun to write about angry thoughts in shimmer ink. That's been also really joyful for me.
I've never tried that, and maybe I will.
Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. I'm so excited to be doing today's video. It's going to be part one of our team's 2026 Techo Kaigis. And because we have so many people who are excited to do the Techo Kaigis, we're gonna have multiple parts of them. So be sure to stay tuned for parts 2 and possibly even parts 3 of Team's Techo Kaigis. But for those of you who don't know, Techo Kaigi is a Japanese term that means notebook or planner meeting. The word kaigi means meeting, actually. And it's basically just the idea of a little meeting that you have with yourself, a little reflection on your use of notebooks for the year, and reflection on like how that went and how you'll be changing your notebook usage or planner usage going into the following year. So it's a tradition here at Yoseka that we've done for the past 4 or 5 years or so, and I'm really excited to be doing it with some new team members this year, some returning team members that you guys already know. And today's video will be showing Techo Kaigis from me, Evelyn, and Sophie, and then Autumn, who Sophie and Autumn are newer members here on our storefront team and our Yoseka Land event team. I hope you guys enjoy this video and feel inspired by our team's planner usage. I love hearing about how people use their planners and their stationery. It's one of my favorite things to talk about with people, and to actually get to sit down with people and see how they use their notebooks, their planners, is really a special treat and one of my favorite parts of my job. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Stay tuned for the parts 2 and possibly parts 3 of our team's Techo Kaigis. So Evelyn.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just watching the mid-year, actually. So,
oh my god, yeah. I have some updates.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. So why don't you tell everybody like what you started the year off with and what you ended with.
Okay.
And then what you're going into next year with. So first what you started the year with.
I started the year with my Hobonichi cousin, my Hobonichi weeks.
Yeah.
I did not start the year with my Jibun Techo, but I've ended the year with
these three. Okay. Look how lived in they are.
Yeah.
I love that.
I know, I love seeing a cousin expand.
I know.
It didn't expand that much, but like sometimes people come in and they're like...
Sometimes, yes. It's the junk journalers.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Like those get like beefy.
Yeah, it's true.
So you started the year with the cousin. This is the One Piece edition. And then this is the weeks. Yumi Kitagishi. I love how everything has its clear cover.
Yeah.
Very protected. So what did you use these for?
I started the year using the Hobonichi weeks as just like, I started the year just kind of filling it with plans because I wasn't exactly sure how to use it and the hourly part, the weekly part of the cousin. And I started using the cousin for everything, like journaling and planning. But then you just like, I don't carry a bag where I can take the cousin with me anywhere. So it's like very a live at home planner. So then the weeks kind of became more of like a carry around to-do list, like weekly goal planner. So I think when we checked in the mid-year, I was trying to get back into my planners and I started using the weeks I was overstimulated. So I started trying to make sure that I was like giving myself free days to write, and also doing social things.
So you were like, wow, like you were doing this.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, if that's what you have to do, that's what you have to do to like make sure it all balances out and gets done.
Yeah. I do think more recently I started like double booking people. And so a week in advance, 2 weeks in advance, I go through and I just like put all my plans in. So it's kind of like my social, just like this is my events planner, or like physical activity, things that are outside of the house planner.
Places that Evelyn has to be planner.
Yes. And through the artist way, I was, one of the tasks is like to do something for yourself every day. So, and like that's what I was using the memo page side for is what did I do for myself that day? Or like what were my ideas for something to do for myself every day?
Did you finish the year with this?
I am.
You are?
Yeah. It's pretty, there's some blank pages in here.
No, it's very used.
Hold on.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, look, we talked about the
wow.
recipe thing. This is a recipe Brandon made for me, and I reviewed it.
What was the rating? 5 stars.
5 stars.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was the recipe?
It was a jalapeno sun-dried tomato risotto.
That sounds delicious.
It was really good.
Wow.
It was really good. I mean, like, there have been weeks that are sparser than others, but I pretty much use it every week,
It's amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
So this is really your catch-all quick planner.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. The other day I actually did journal in it I don't think I journaled in it at all
In the back pages?
On the memo page.
Oh,
I
okay.
just like took the whole memo page up. But I mostly don't journal in it. It's mostly pretty much just to make sure I'm not double booking and to make sure that
You're in
sleeping.
the right place. You're doing something for yourself.
Wait, I just realized that there's another planner in my backpack. Can I go grab it really quick?
Sure. I think we might keep this part in, Evelyn.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry. The reason I just remembered it is because it kind of goes with this one a little bit.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. So this is also for things you've used this year.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yes.
So Hobonichi Weeks.
Yeah, so,
Oh.
because I actually didn't end up carrying this around with me. This is like my reset for the week, make sure I know what's going on planner.
Okay, you do it like once a week, like you said before. You write down all the places, your appointments, like
Yes.
at the beginning of the week or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I see.
This is a Hobonichi weekly insert, and yeah,
Is that you?
Yeah, that's me. But it was actually a spring 2024 edition that we had like open laying around.
Oh my gosh, right. I
And-
think I remember talking to you about this.
Yeah, so let me see, like,
You redid all the dates. You
I
had to
redo
redo
the
all the
dates.
dates.
Yes, so
So you do at the top, you use washi tape, and you write in what pen is so dark.
yeah, this is the Tombow Fudenosuke hard tip.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it doesn't smear at all, huh?
This one did, but I didn't let it dry enough.
Okay, but it's pretty good if you let it dry.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is how I ended up using it, and I'm still using it. I love those stickers.
Oh my gosh.
Is-
Wait, are those fruitcake paper? What are those? I don't remember.
I think they're Mindwave.
Mindwave. Okay.
I think-
Now I want them.
They're
So
really
cute.
fun.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead. I'm just distracted. by
No,
this.
yes. So I redo the whole week, and then I'm tracking my bedtime and making sure I take my meds. And
Important stuff.
I put in my partner's classes, and then I also put in work, and then events. And then I'll like take little notes like, oh, I'm feeling really tired. Is that because I'm not sleeping? Or I'm not, like this week I was pretty good, but if I go to bed like any later than like 10:30 or 11, I'm cooked for the next like 3 days. So that's why I started using this.
Yeah.
And this I like do on the train. I have it in my traveler's notebook, which is why it got forgotten initially.
Wait, did you say you do it on the train?
Yeah, I do it on the train.
Wow.
Yeah, so I like carry around the little kit with me of like the washi tape, the washi cutter, the washi marker,
Yeah.
the Fudenosuke, and then I have like a little sticker release paper journal. But
You're so
yeah.
and you're writing on the train and everything?
yeah.
I guess
was-
you're just good at writing in places, right? Because you're a writer.
Yeah.
You write.
Yeah. I mean, I don't write on the bus. I can't write on the bus.
Okay,
But I
'cause
can
it's
write
more
on
like-
the train.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm already redoing all the dates. I'm just gonna keep using this for next year.
What?
I'm not gonna buy a new one.
Oh, because you started it midway through.
Yeah, I started.
I see. Okay, so you still have space left.
Yeah, I have a ton of space left. I started like the
Oh.
3rd week of September.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's kind of cute with the dates like that, actually, with the washi
Yeah, it's
tape on the
fun.
top. I kind of
Yeah.
like it.
Except with the Tomoe River paper, washi is just as thick, if not thicker, than the paper.
So it really thickens up that top part.
Yes.
I see.
And it's kind of funny.
Wait, let me see. Oh yeah, and you can really feel it. It's definitely gonna, you're gonna be able to see it at the end of the year, more
Yeah.
like, I feel like.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's feeling thicker up here where you put all the washi tape than down here. So you're still using this.
Mm-hmm.
You use this once a week, but you use this on the train.
Yes.
So this is the one that you're really traveling with and writing with on the go.
Yes.
I see. Do you do this daily?
No, but
no.
like multiple times a week. I work
Multiple
on
times a
multiple
week.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Sometimes, well, I try to do it daily because otherwise I don't remember when I went to bed.
Right, the bed thing.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's like part of why I do it on the train. Like in the morning, I'll be like, when did I go to bed last night?
Right.
But often it's a couple times a week and I miss days. So,
Okay.
you know, it happens.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Do you want to talk about these?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So we have your cousin and the Jibun Techo. Which should we talk about first? So the Jibun Techo came in the picture later, right?
Yeah, yes. It started in March. I think I'm like not really gonna go into this planner because it's work planner, but I'm using it the same way as I was in the mid-year check-in, where it's just like every day is like a to-do list. But the Hobonichi cousin, in the mid-year I wasn't using it. I don't know if you'll remember, but there's like
Yes, I remember.
there's like this I think was the last page I had shared.
Yes, I
And
just saw that
then-
page yesterday when I was rewatching.
Yeah, there's just like so much blank space. I was trying to do like this goal thing. It didn't really work.
I mean, it kind of happens with the cousin. Oh my god, that's so cute though.
I
Wow.
like sometimes spend, well, this is like backlogged, but I do like to do the month pages. So
Did you just draw that out of your brain?
no.
Okay.
I go on Pinterest and I like find like
it's so
summer
cute.
journals, like bullet journal pages,
That makes
and I
me
do
happy.
it.
I wish that was a sticker.
Yeah, I did this one for July.
Oh, so you go on Pinterest and you search like for the image. Wait, what's the
the
search
month.
term you use?
I'll do like July bullet journal spreads.
Oh,
let me
I see.
August was kind of fun.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Wait, these are so cute.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So those are fun. I enjoy doing
What
that.
are you using?
The
colors?
Tombow dual brush markers.
Dual
yeah.
brush, gotcha.
My mom got me like a whole bunch of sets last year for Christmas, so I have a bunch of colors. which are very
Wow,
nice.
I love
Yeah.
that. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And I basically started using the Hobonichi again in August. And I like do like some 1 page a day of creative writing, but then I started junk journaling in it. And I went to a friend's wedding in Seattle.
Remember that?
And so there was a ton of stuff to junk journal with.
Yeah.
They got married at a Christmas tree farm. And then I stayed with some other friends and we went to,
So cute.
yeah, I thought it was fun. But, cause there was like a weird spot in the middle, so I covered it up. But actually I was traveling with some friends and then I stayed with one of their friends and they took us to Olympic National Park.
Okay.
And that was very fun.
So pretty.
And then this is my September spread.
Wait, you're so good at that.
Thank you. I think September was the last one I did.
Oh my god, I like how big they are too. I feel like if I was trying to like, even if I was trying to like copy something, it would be the wrong proportions. Oh, how cute! Oh, this is when you guys got your Labubu.
Yes, I thought the Labubus was, yeah. So yeah, I did that. And this is the one that I got. I got Hee Hee. Yeah, this one was fun too.
It's like a calico cat.
Oh yeah, I didn't even
You
think
didn't
about that. No, I have a calico cat.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
No, it so is, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's really cute.
And then that's when
I like that ink color.
Which
This one.
I think that this is my Tono and Limbs color.
Gorgeous. Wow. Oh, the
Yeah.
one that you made?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I want a piece of that.
Yeah, it's
so good.
It's very nice.
It's a
It's
great
based
one.
on my calico cat actually.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And then these are like New Jersey was in a state of emergency because of the storm.
I thought it was like a personal
No,
statement.
no, the storm is coming.
Which would
mean, just as valid to write like that in your planner on the page and have those be the only words.
Yeah.
I love that.
This is like, I spent 2 days with one of my friends, so I kind of combined and then this, I bought my new Hobonichi spoilers, and then like, this was like some things I collected throughout the day. And then
Wow,
this one I got
Evelyn.
my other new. I know I've been having fun.
You got
with it,
your
actually.
Sterling ink planner.
Yeah. And then
Oh.
one of Caitlin came. She brought me a Smisky.
Oh.
Yeah, that was fun. And then this is my Yoseka holiday party spread, and then I did a journal
What
the
are
next
these?
day. These were the stickers I bought, and those are the artists.
Oh, okay, cute,
Yeah.
cute.
So
Oh, that was a fun
Yeah.
day. Wait, so when you say you started using it again in August, you really started using
I
it
did,
again?
yeah, but I don't like monthly. This is an experiment. We'll
Yeah.
see.
I have yet to speak to somebody who uses it consistently.
Yeah, and then I like
The monthly.
really was like using the weekly at the beginning, but it's the same as like when we did the mid-year check-in. I just haven't. There's nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I love your handwriting, and I love especially
you.
when you use the really fine pen.
Oh,
like
yeah.
how it looks.
Yeah.
With your handwriting.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I've gotten into like the thicker pens this
Yeah,
year
yeah.
with ink, but in the Hobonichi it just like looks better if you use a
Especially
finer
with your
pen.
handwriting.
Thank
It's
you.
really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's so satisfying to look at it on like a full page.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
I love it.
Yeah, it's fun to fill a page.
Yeah. Okay, very cool. So that was your 2025. What are you changing going into 2026, if anything?
Yes, I'm changing a lot.
Okay.
Well,
Buy one piece.
one-
Are you sick of this, like looking at this, or does it still? Because you were like,
I
you
know.
love this, right?
Yeah, I think I would like to get another cover, or I don't think I'll use it. I don't know.
Okay, it's too hard of a question. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it's too hard.
Yeah. Okay.
But like I like the finality and the separation between the years.
Okay.
But it's a reusable cover.
Yeah.
But I can use it for journal. Yeah, we'll see.
You can always come back to it. Also,
Yeah.
like Laura does that.
Yeah. Okay, so this is what I've got for this year.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
This is what I'm gonna use for work.
Okay. Is this all different? It's like all different. All different planners.
No.
Oh, okay.
So I got the Take a Note for
A6.
work, A6.
I love Take a Note.
Yeah, I've never used one, but I like that there's more space for to-do lists, and then there's like a weekly overview area.
Yeah.
And I think that this will really work well for how I use the work planner.
Which is mainly just a to-do list,
Yes,
right? Yeah.
yes. And I just like need more time or space, and also like the Jabun Techo just has so many things I don't use in it. It just is a tracker planner for not me.
Right.
Not for work.
I could see that. Yeah.
So this is my little
Cute little
work
pouch.
My little work pouch.
Okay.
This is a week's again because I used it all year.
Oh, you got this cover. It's so classy.
Yeah, I know. I actually
Wow.
can't decide how I feel about it. Because no, it's so nice.
So nice.
But like for the weeks, it kind of just feels like the weeks should just be the weeks, you know? Like I like this cover too.
This cover is nice.
Beautiful
Yeah,
cover.
yeah. I mean, but it does look, I don't know, you can have different moods,
No, it's true.
right?
That's true.
This really, it's wallet size. And this really does look like a wallet. Like
Yeah.
a nice wallet.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so I'm gonna use the weeks. I haven't started yet though. So I'm actually kind of irritated with Hobonichi because, yeah, I have a word for Hobonichi.
Yeah.
Because
What did they do?
because all of December is here.
Yeah.
But I'm using my other one.
Right.
So it's gonna look like I didn't use it.
That's true. So what do you do? What do you guys do? That's very true.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've used the weeks 2 years in a row to have this problem.
But I was thinking about just duplicating everything. But then like that.
No. That's crazy.
Right?
It's fine. It's fine to have it blank.
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
No, I know it's fine. It's
Yeah.
just like I'm just irritated.
I know. It's the
there's
A+
that.
student in you that just wants to like finish everything.
Yeah,
right?
I guess so,
Evelyn
yeah.
really is.
So then I got two for like
You with the clear covers, literally, it's like
know.
everything, right?
I know. I like the feel of like this consistency of plastic.
What is this
I'm
clear cover,
embarrassed. This is the MD.
Oh, it fits like this.
Yeah.
Oh, it fits really well.
Yeah, because
Oh.
the Day Free is basically the same size as the MD.
I thought it was a
notebooks.
little thinner,
It's a little thinner.
but it's really a really good fit. Okay,
Yeah.
good to know.
I also like how they smell. They smell like
You've told
like
me that
pool,
before.
Pool blow up. Yeah. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Okay. People are gonna have more diagnoses for me in the comments.
The amount of times we've smelled things together
Yeah.
on video is a lot.
It's a lot. But so I decided to go with 2 planners that have dated. Whoa, I did use that. Okay.
Whoa.
I started dated intros.
Yeah.
Dated monthly dated front parts and undated back parts. I don't know what else to say. They have undated daily pages.
Yeah.
I also got the Sterling Ink Common Planner in the N1 size, which is the traveler's size.
Okay.
So I can put it with my traveler's notebook, but it also has a dated beginning. It has monthly pages and weekly, hourly layout. So I'll still have that. And then it has
Is it all weekly? Oh, it has pages.
undated pages.
Right.
And both of these are like, for Sterling Ink, she makes a version of this that has a blank page for every day of the year.
Okay.
But I got the compact one, so it doesn't have,
For every single.
For every
'cause
single
you might not
day.
need that
right.
if you're using it here.
Yeah. So I'm thinking like, I might try using the monthly as a tracker. I might
So cute.
this is another recipe that Brandon
How
made for
many
me.
stars? 5 stars. Wow, what is
5
it?
stars.
I'm getting hungry.
Tofu chicken piccata. Yeah.
Yum.
And then this is like plans, and like a little bit of like cutesy, But I'm gonna use this as a junk journal.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And also like I kind of like to journal with the junk journal, like write some things with the junk journal. And
Sure.
so like I'm just gonna let it be more free.
Yeah.
'Cause
Day
it's a
free.
day free.
It's supposed to be free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this one I think I'm gonna use more as like just like a journal. Like this is where I'm gonna journal. Because
Okay.
that I kind of didn't have this year of like this is just a place to like it's just for like writing thoughts. And that is like the kind of journaling that I've always done.
Yeah.
And I needed that. And
Yeah.
I started getting the Sterling Ink in actually it was because of Planner Marsh.
Right.
I love the
right.
Sterling Ink planners at Planner Marsh.
Yeah. So we had an event in August, I think.
Yeah.
And we basically displayed all these 2026 planners, like brands that Yoseka carries and a lot of brands that Yoseka doesn't carry. Sterling Ink, Catherine from Sterling Ink, sent us some of her planners. She was so kind to do that. And I have to say they were really popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
With good reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very nice. And I got the gilded edge.
So
it's
pretty.
fun. Yeah.
So pretty. All right, that's exciting. So this year you have your work planner, which is the Take a Note A6, and then you have your sort of weekly catch-all kind of weekly planning, which is the Hobonichi Weeks, and then journaling in the Common Planner, and then junk journaling in the Hobonichi Day Free. The Day Free shall set you free.
Yes. I'm
Day
excited.
Free shall set you free.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really excited.
Cool. I'm really excited for you too. And look at this very pleasing stack of everything is covered in its protective covers and very, very pleasing to look at.
Yay.
Yay. Okay. So that's it for your 2026.
That's
We're almost
it.
there.
We're almost
Just
there.
a few more weeks.
I'm very excited.
Yay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yay.
thanks, Evelyn.
It's Daisy's turn.
Yay.
So I know you also did a mid-year check-in.
Yeah.
And what did you start the year with?
Yeah.
What are you still using? And like what has changed since your check-in?
Oh, thank you for asking. As if I didn't just feed you the questions. Those are great questions,
Oh,
Evelyn.
thank you. I worked really hard on them.
No. So my setup has been pretty consistent for the last few years, actually. It's been basically my 5-year, Hobonichi Techo 5-year, which started in 2023 and ends in 2027.
Oh my
so
God.
I'll be just talking about this for the next few years, you guys.
Wait, no. Oh.
Yeah.
It was like next year's 2027.
Oh, I know,
It's
because
like the classic
it-
planner
it's
season
almost,
problem.
almost, yeah. So like 2 more years,
Yeah.
basically, that I'll be in this guy. And this I use for my baby diary, baby journal, and just basically just like track memories of Malcolm and Jacob. And then I always have like one other planner. Sometimes I have more than one other planner, but this past year I had one other planner. And this year I used the Hobonichi Cousin, and I have it in the TSL zip case that I really love. And this is sort of my catch-all that I use for everything. I use it for work planning. I use it for journaling. I don't really track anything, but I do kind of schedule, keep appointments, and kind of like what you have, like where Evelyn has to be, I have where Daisy has to be. And I have to write it down because there are some days where I literally have to be like 4 or 5 places at different times. And if I don't write it down, I get stressed that I'll forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I relate,
So that's what I use, and I've been loving it. This is kind of a reaction to the year before when I was in too many planners.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
In 2024, I had like 3 or 4 planners that I had like one for like my cooking and one for my journaling and one for my baby diary, and then I had a work planner. And that was too much, so I decided to just compile it all into one this year. So this is what I started the year off with, is my cousin and my 5-year. And I've been pretty much ending the year the same way. And I'll show you guys how I use them.
Yay.
This is the Hobonichi 5-year. I've really loved this cover. It's the
Yeah,
Nina
it's
Parahonen Ohio Gray. It's not available anymore. I get questions about it all the time, but it is not available anymore. I'm so sorry. And it's my baby diary, like I was saying.
Yay.
So it's basically just where I jot down memory.
Was that a kiddo drawing?
It was like Jacob loves stickers. He's at such a sticker age, and they have these really cute. It's a really cute concept, actually. I feel like we should do something about it, like with it. But it's like stickers that you color in, and then you peel off. So he has a whole book of them. But
Like
look at
coloring sticker book.
yeah, it's really cute how he
That
colored
is
it in.
cute. Yeah, it is. That's really cute.
He's like,
Aww.
sometimes I've never said anything to him about like coloring in the lines, but I've noticed that some of his friends do color in the lines a lot better. I haven't said any. I'm just, wow, Jacob, thank you.
Yeah.
You did so good.
Yeah, that's
you know?
cute. That's funny.
But
That's
yeah.
for later.
It's for later. It's fine. Not
Yeah,
stressed.
yeah,
It's fine. But yeah, this is my baby diary journal. As you can see, I don't write in every single page. In fact, like when things get busy, I often skip a lot. But I don't know. There are days,
cute.
moments, times when I do,
Aww.
and yeah.
I like the pictures in it too.
Yeah, I need to print more pictures, but I also think like this will just get too
thick. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have the photo file too, right?
What
the,
photo file?
The photo, this thing.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I keep this Hobonichi photo, I guess it's called photo file, whatever it's
I
called.
think the name, like, I'm pretty sure it's like right there, no?
Oh, photograph.
Photograph. Okay. So,
Something. So Hobonichi makes this.
Yes.
And you can basically just slide it into one of the cover pockets like this and use it to put your photos in. And I have to say, thank you for reminding me, because this is literally one of my best. I really think that the accessories that you use with your planner can make a huge difference for like actually making your planner something you reach for.
Yeah.
Like having a pen within reach, having like compartments to put stuff into, like your stickers that you'll
Yeah.
actually use to decorate your planner so that it's all in one place. I really think having those accessories is so important to actually using your planner and not being like forgotten.
Yeah. No, I
But
agree.
this, the photo file, is something that like adding some photos in like this, it just makes me so happy every time I see. I have to get a picture of Malcolm in here because now I feel bad he's not in here.
Aww.
Yeah.
With Esther.
With Esther. Yeah. But yeah, it just makes me really happy to see every single time. But yeah, so I use this, how do you say, consistently, or
consistently you use it
inconsistent. Yeah, you can see when I'm busy, I don't write in it a lot, but when I do write in it,
it's a pretty ink.
yeah, I wish I remembered what ink that was. But yeah, I just remember I just write like highlights, and I make sure to write in it like every couple of weeks or so that at least there's like, if I'm looking back on it, there's something in there that can remind me of like how my kids were doing at the time. Like especially for right now, because Malcolm is changing so much. Like he just started like pointing, he's crawling, and he is, I feel like he's about to say his first word. And I'm really mad because I think it's gonna be dada.
Oh, why do you think so?
Because he keeps saying dada.
Oh, so he's already said it.
No, he's not, I'm not convinced he's saying it like at Neil. He's more just like, da 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 da.
I see.
He's babbling.
So when did, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but like, if it's dada, come on, Malcolm.
Yeah, well then there's more words to come.
Yeah.
What was Jacob's first word?
Ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we've talked about that.
Yeah. Oh, he might have said mama. I don't remember. He might have been saying mama, so it didn't even like register. Yeah.
Like mama. I noticed that day that was really written on was Jacob's birthday.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. And I've thought about using a 5-year, and like the blank page has kind of intimidated me, but I see you using it like as overflow.
Yeah, because honestly, sometimes it's not enough space.
Yeah,
and I'm actually a little bit worried what I'm going to do in 2027.
I see. Well, you can get a piece of washi.
Yes.
Mark over it.
Exactly. I might have to do that.
Yeah.
But so sometimes I'm like, oh, maybe I should write like up here, just so that I have more space.
I see.
Because sometimes I don't use it. Sometimes I feel like it's not enough space.
Yeah.
But yeah, Malcolm's birthday is January 16th. I wonder if I wrote in it.
We were giving birth this year.
Yeah, I wrote ouch.
Yeah. So it makes sense though, because it hasn't been his birthday for the past.
Maybe I wrote in it, Jacob and Malcolm.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was 2020. Jacob came to meet Malcolm in the hospital.
Yeah, I can't believe you're writing this the day after you gave birth. Like,
it might have been after. I don't know.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah,
I might have logged
I've been doing a bit of back writing.
Yeah, backlogging. Yeah, sometimes. But yeah, honestly, this just brings me so much joy. I highly recommend to any parent to do this. It's just really cute. Yeah.
That's very cute.
So I will be using this, and I wouldn't be surprised if I get like another one after this.
Yeah.
Maybe like the larger size.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's my baby diary, and then I'll show you guys how I use my Hobonichi cousin.
This one we see every day.
You guys see every day.
Yeah. Every day we see Daisy, we see this.
It really is like my assistant. Sometimes I joke with Neil, I think I need an assistant. This is my assistant until I get an assistant.
Soon. It's great.
Yeah, so I, like you,
Yeah.
I've given up on these pages.
Okay.
Like, I don't even try with these pages.
But you do use the weekly pages.
I use the weekly pages religiously more than anything else, actually, because I've discovered that the weekly pages are essential for work. Your work planner has to have like some type of way for you to see your week.
Yeah.
The daily pages don't work for a work planner.
Yeah.
They just simply don't, because you're not allowed to plan ahead. Oh, Techo Kaigi. That's what I have this week. You can see I'm not like very precious about these pages for my work planner. It's really about function. I use it very differently each week, but most of the time I have like my weekly big things that I need to get done. Like, for instance, this week I'm really working on a reply to the Superior Labor about Stationery Fest.
Wow.
I'm thinking about doing a video for our glass pens, Aoun. Our event producer is away this week. I need to get gifts. I really need to start thinking about gifts this week.
Me too.
Really?
I have not at all.
This is the week.
Yeah.
This is like the deadline.
It is.
Some other like big thing. I need to get in touch with a sign company because our sign keeps falling down. for our store. So these are like the big to-dos, and then the daily things I will write in like every single day. So this is like, I write something here if I don't know exactly when I'm gonna work on it yet, but I know I have to work on it this week.
Yeah.
Versus like every day I'll go in and I'll write, like for instance today, we have the JJ Lax workshop going on, we have Techo Kaigi's, I have a meeting, and then I have to film from 10 to 12, and we are actually running late. I'm running late in my schedule right now, but yeah, that's kind of like how I use it. Another way that I use it is I kind of break up my day into like AM and PM, but PM is more like, PM I think of as like after my kids go to sleep.
Okay.
So that's like 9 p.m.
I gotcha.
That's when I have stuff to do like every night. Like I have to finish sending the newsletter here, or I have to prep for meetings, or I have to clean something. So it's also like personal to-dos, not just work. Yeah, so that's kind of it. This was our holiday party.
Yeah.
So many people came.
Yeah, it was very fun.
I was so happy.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. Yeah, so that's kind of like how I use the work planner. I guess it's not just work, because it's like mom to-dos too, life to-dos. It's everything.
Yeah. So it also makes sense to me because like I like really try to separate life and work, but like
I can't.
This work is also like part of y'all's family.
Right.
So it makes sense to have it all in one place.
Yes, and I think that was my mistake last year, is that I was trying to separate it a little bit, but I realized like I often am like thinking about, because we work like almost every day, and it's all just like very mixed in.
Yeah.
So I often am just like thinking about Jacob's lunch while I'm at work, or like and at night I'm often thinking about like the newsletter or the Techo Kaigi or something.
And
so
you're with your co-worker, your co-partner like all day.
Oh,
all
yeah.
the time.
You're talking about Neil?
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
Because like if you never like say goodbye to your coworker, then you know.
Never say goodbye.
Never. Then then work is always around, you know? Yeah.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
So yeah, that's that. And then the back, I use the daily pages for pretty much just for journaling. I've always done that. This year I'm getting like a little bit more into decorating. I think last year I kind of fell away, but I don't decorate like you inspire me.
Oh, thank you.
Like I don't have the patience or the time to draw something, but I wish I did.
I mean, I don't have two children, but I like, it's actually like something like I actually do this for my artist date sometimes. Like one of my artist dates was to sit and do the monthly drawings.
Oh, wait, you're talking about the artist way.
Yeah.
I see. You're still doing it. Oh my God, wow, it's really...
I finished it, but I'm like, the life continues.
The life. You're an artist.
We're an artist.
You're an artist, yeah. Yeah, so... I don't know, I journal on some days, I don't journal a lot when it's busy, and it's really just a reflection of like my life. And yeah, I've been having fun with washi tapes, with stickers. I usually try and find a sticker that like matches my mood or like what I did that day. It was probably like, I probably made it to the gym. That's probably what that means. I don't know. I probably cooked something, I'm not sure. Yeah, so...
Cute.
Oh, and this pen, like I usually use like a medium or medium fine, but Josh Lax, nib grinder, who does things at Yoseka, he does nib grinding, he tuned my extra fine sailor to make it like more wet, and I've been loving writing with like a really fine but wet pen on this really thin grid. Yeah. On this really small grid.
That's so interesting.
And he changed my life. Honestly, he saved me.
Yeah, yay.
Or he saved my relationship with extra fine pens. Yeah, so, yeah.
I love it.
Okay, so that is my 2025 lineup. The Baby Diary, the Hobonichi 5-year, and the Hobonichi Cousin in a TSL cover, which I've loved this cover so much. It's beautiful.
So what are you thinking for 2026?
For 2026, thank you for asking. I'm gonna be using the same 5-year, no surprise there. And then this cover actually caught my eye this year.
Oh my gosh,
yeah,
it's a beautiful cover. I can't believe you're gonna take the TSL off.
I know. I thought about keeping it, but then I saw this cover. I thought maybe like I didn't need a new cover this year, but I did see this cover and I liked it. And I don't know. Like usually I go for one of the plain color covers or like something very like less flashy.
Neutral?
More neutral. More
yeah.
neutral. Thank you. I think I've been influenced because like a lot of people who are on our team or who love Hobonichi, they love like. I mean, Hobonichi is kind of known for its like bright, fun covers. Yeah. So I wanted to get something that's more fun and Hobonichi, and I feel like this is a good balance because it's like classic. It's got the plaid in the back, very classic style, but some fun splashes of like painted on flower type things.
Yeah, the texture is really fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that there's the flowers are on the inside too.
Yeah. So it's really pretty.
It is.
I think it'll like this.
And there's so many pockets for you to put. I mean, I guess in the TSL too, but there might be more space because the zipper constrains the amount of like accessories that you can
There
add to
will
it.
be more space. Like I cannot zip this all the way actually. So yeah, I'm really excited to move into this. I think it's like the perfect thing for 2026. It's a reflection of like my style that I wanna have and like, you know, just kind of my outlook for the year.
Yeah.
Classic with flashes of color.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
I can't
cute.
wait. I can't wait. I think I might
Very
move
exciting.
into it soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're gonna do the cousin again?
The cousin.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the cousin again. It worked really well.
Noah Beck.
Noah Beck. Good point. No, I think I need the whole year. I need the whole year all together because I like to write in birthdays.
Yeah,
I like to have all of that handy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yay! Very
Cool.
exciting.
Thank you. All right, so thank you guys. We are going to now have Sophie on. And thank you, Evelyn, for showing me your planners.
Yes.
I always have so much fun chatting with you.
Yeah,
about
me
planners.
too. I love
Too much
to
fun.
do it. Yeah.
Too much fun.
Yeah.
We gotta get back to work, guys.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
But thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Sophie.
Hi.
Welcome to the video.
Thank you.
I'm excited to have you. It's your first ever appearance in a Yoseka YouTube video.
I know.
And possibly your first ever appearance in a YouTube
video.
Yay!
My debut.
Welcome, your debut. Yeah, so Sophie, tell everyone a little bit about yourself. How long have you been working on our team?
Yeah, I just started in late September on the storefront team.
Wow.
Yeah, so maybe 3 months now.
How's
4
it
months.
going?
I've really been loving it.
Yeah?
I've been learning so much.
Good.
So it's been really good. Yeah.
Awesome. And you're also pretty new to New York, right?
I am. I
Yeah.
moved here in August, so there's been a lot of adjustments.
You moved here in August. You started your job here in September.
Yeah.
That's a crazy few months that you've had.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where'd you move from again?
I'm originally from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, so a big change.
Is anyone from Wisconsin? Shout out to Sophie. What town? Is
Madison.
It Madison.
Yeah.
That's like the big one.
That's the capital. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Good cheese there, good dairy.
What brought you to New York?
I just really wanted to experience living in a big city, and I had a bunch of friends moving after we graduated from school, so I thought it would be a good time because I knew some people, and I'm just trying to have some new life experiences. So, yeah.
What do you like about it so far, or do you not like it? How's it going so far?
I mean, it's a kind of a love-hate relationship, but I like
Already?
The public transit is really nice.
Oh.
Just coming
it's
from the
nice.
Midwest.
Oh wow. Okay, I thought that was gonna be the hate part.
I mean, I've had some like bad experiences,
Yeah.
but generally it's so easy to get everywhere compared to the Midwest. So I've been really enjoying that.
Okay. What's the hate part then?
There have been days when it's
Also
so
the public
unpredictable.
transit.
Yeah.
Okay, just the public transit. It's true. I also have a love-hate relationship with the subway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But coming from somewhere where there is basically nothing, it's definitely convenient.
Yes,
So,
I could see
yeah.
that. I could see that. And you can walk so many places
Yeah, that's
here
true.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. What inspired you to want to work here? Do you use stationery? Do you
Yeah,
want to tell everyone a little bit about your stationery usage?
Sure. I've always been really into stationery. I started out as a pen paler, so during COVID, I was writing letters to people from all over the world, and everyone was so into decorating, and so I just get these beautiful like works of art from around the world during COVID, and I was really inspired to send works of art in return. So that's kind of what got me started. I got into stickers and washi tape and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But from working here, I've really enjoyed also learning about all the fountain pens
Yeah.
and the different notebooks, which is kind of a side that I was not as knowledgeable about.
Wait, so in Madison, Wisconsin, trying to find stickers and washi tape, where are you shopping?
I actually ended up having to do a lot of online shopping,
sure.
and actually that's how I first found out about Yoseka. I ordered online.
Oh, really? I
Yeah,
didn't know
one
that.
time.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, and different small Etsy shops.
Yeah.
I love to shop small, so
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, it's true. A lot of people really did get into journaling and letter writing specifically during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And I remember myself too, like getting some mail from like customers and stuff during the pandemic, and people just went all out with
They really did.
Like it was like receiving like a masterpiece artwork.
Yeah.
And then it just makes you so happy to receive it.
It really does.
Yeah.
It's so different from getting just an email or a text.
Yeah.
Even if it's the same content and it takes long to arrive. But yeah.
Are you still pen paling?
I am.
Okay.
A little less frequently,
Yeah.
but I'm still in touch with some of the same people, and I went to Europe 2 summers ago, and I stayed with one of the pen pals that I met.
That's crazy.
So we got to hang out, and we were like journaling together.
You met your pen pal in real life, and you
did.
liked them.
Yes.
Good. That's good. That's great.
We got along really well. I was
That's
relieved.
amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. How often do you write a letter these days?
Not as often as I was. I'd say I try to do one maybe once a month.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a good creative outlet for me. So.
Wow, maybe we can do a follow-up video with you on like some of your favorite stationery to use to write a letter. That would be fun. Yeah.
I'd love that.
Yeah. Well, if anybody wants to write Sophie a letter, feel free to send it
Please,
to 63.
I'd love it.
People are always asking us, can I send mail
Really?
to your store?
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, people write letters to our team
Okay.
members all the time. We'll be like, attention, Evelyn, attention, whoever, attention, Sophie. So maybe somebody will write you a letter. Yeah.
I would write
Would
back.
you write back?
Yeah, I would
you?
write back.
Okay. Sophie would write back. Okay, so I'm really excited to have you on Techo Kaigi
Yeah.
for the first time ever. It is a tradition that we love here at Yoseka, and I think a lot of our viewers also really look forward to this video every single year from us. Tell me a little bit about, so we have your planners here. These are going to be your 2026 planners, which
Yes.
we'll get into later. But tell me a little bit about, have you used a planner before, or like some type of like written thing that you write in every day, I guess?
Yeah. I actually have been really bad about using a planner this year. I graduated from college in May, and so I kind of stopped once I graduated.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But before that, I would do kind of a bullet journal type thing, a little less intense than a bullet journal. But I would draw my own spreads and stuff, and decorate with the washi tape and stickers that I had.
Wow.
And
So that was like after you got into pen paling?
Yeah.
I see. So that was like your introduction to stationery.
Well, I got so much stationery, and then I was like, I have to use it for something else too. So.
Okay, I see.
And I would use I wasn't super picky about what kind of notebook I would use. I used the Leuchtturm a few times.
That's a great one.
There was this one that I got, a family friend brought it from Korea. And I don't know what it's called, but it was a blank like planner. And so I could just decorate it as I wanted. And I really liked that one too.
Okay.
So I used kind of a bunch of different ones. But
Okay, not
as I
stuck to like a specific brand or anything.
But as I said, I fell off, but I'm excited to start again for 2026.
I mean, I feel like you fell off reasonably because that's like when you, like you said, you graduated, you moved, you started a brand new life essentially. So A lot was going on.
Yeah.
A lot was going on. Okay, so tell us a little bit about this stack. You have your 2026 planners picked out.
Yes.
I don't know if you're going to be using them for planning per se, all of them, but yeah, there's a couple here. So tell us what these are.
Yeah, so this first one is the Hours Research Project 2026.
Such a cute one.
It's so cute. I saw it for the first time and I just fell in love.
Okay.
And I love that it has all these little doodles on all the pages. This is kind of a similar setup to a planner that I used in the past,
Yeah.
but the addition of the doodles really sold me because I would decorate it anyway, and I feel like this is exactly the kind of decoration I would do.
Right. So this saves you a little bit of time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So there's a page for every week.
Oh, look at the little acorn.
I know, they're so cute. And there's a different one for every week.
Yeah.
Which is really great.
And
so,
it's matched for the season. Like,
Yeah.
that's high.
Yeah.
Like, I'm guessing this is like close to
November.
Yeah, close to Thanksgiving.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use this for my personal, just any events going on, anything I need to-do lists, things like that.
Okay, so this is going to be personal planning.
Yes.
Okay. And it's a weekly planner.
It is.
And you don't, I guess this one will save you the hassle of having to make your own layouts and drawing your own lines and
Yes.
stuff. Do you have any plans for this monthly section? I'm curious.
I'm still figuring that out. I've
Okay.
never been very good at using the monthly spreads.
Same. That's
don't
why I
know.
like to
They're so
ask.
small. Yeah, so I'm figuring that out.
Okay.
But I do want to take advantage of these as well, just because they still have the cute drawings.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Okay. And then, are you aware that there's these like special back pages too?
Actually, no.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh, yeah, I have
Yeah.
seen this actually.
No.
I wasn't sure how to use those either.
these are okay. So the Hours planner, has like all of these really unique pages,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't have any specific plans yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I would be very curious to see how you end up using these if you continue using this in
Yeah.
your mid-year update.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm really excited to just see where it takes me.
See where it takes you. I mean, you can go on like all these New York adventures.
Yeah,
and,
maybe
like,
log
document.
them.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Although you are busy, right? You're a little busy.
I still make time for
You
adventures.
do? You
Yeah.
do? What's the last New York adventure you had?
Well, I was out of town for a little bit, but on Tuesday, my friends and I are gonna go check out the Bryant Park Christmas market.
I'm so excited for you! Oh my gosh! Yeah, that's a good one. The Winter Village.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Jacob and I do that every year.
Really? Aw.
It's one of my favorite traditions with him. It's really cute.
Yeah.
Do you know how to
I'm
ice
excited.
skate?
I do.
There's
yeah.
an ice skating rink.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like you're probably good at it if you grew up in Wisconsin.
We had like a lake by my house, and during
Mm-hmm.
COVID, I'd go during my lunch between Zoom classes, and I'd go skate.
Go
there.
ice skating?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! See, I would kill for that kind of wholesome Kansas
Winter, yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Kansas. Did I just say
Wisconsin.
Kansas? Wisconsin. Yeah. Okay, very cool. So this is the Hours Research Journal. You're gonna be using it as a personal planning planner, essentially. Okay, and it's so cute, and hopefully it just brings you a lot of joy
Thank
throughout
you.
the year as you look at it every single time. Okay, and then tell us about this one you have.
Yeah, so this is the Hobonichi Hone, and I'm going to be using this one. I'm a musician, and so I keep a practice journal where I just write, like, when I'm practicing my instrument, everything that I worked on, if I have a lesson with someone, everything I learned in the lesson. And I really love the setup of this because there's a page for every day. And so my goal is to practice every day. It doesn't always happen,
Yeah.
but this gives me a really organized way of just tracking, and I can go back to a specific day if there's something that I need to look back on. And I really like how organized it is that way. So
Okay.
yeah.
Do you think you'll use like all of the space for the page for every day? I'm just curious.
I think it would depend on the day.
Okay, so some days.
Yeah,
Really?
but I think the option to use all of it, like the amount of space is really nice because
Yeah.
sometimes I do use that much space.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Okay. So what do you want to tell everybody what instrument you play?
I play the French horn.
I love that. Oh my god. How long have you been doing that?
I started when I was 9.
Crazy.
So like 13 years now.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And Well, you went to school for music, right?
I did,
So
yeah.
you're
Yeah, I
like
went to conservatory, so.
right. You're gonna be like a professional musician. That's the
That's the
goal,
goal.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'm asking the right questions here, but like, where do you want to play? Like, or what do you want to do ultimately?
I'd love to play in an orchestra. If I could
orchestra,
pick,
okay.
I would love to play in an opera pit.
Opera.
I love like accompanying operas, musicals, shows, that kind of thing.
Okay.
But really, I would, no matter what I was doing, if it was music related, I would be happy.
Oh my
yeah.
God! You should play live music here.
A little holiday show.
Yeah, just like put you on a little pedestal in the corner and just have you play.
Yeah.
We would love that. Okay, very cool. So is this music journal based off of you have like a current system, right?
Yeah. So currently I'm using just like a plain notebook, and I decorated
It's
it
so
just
cute.
to make it a little more exciting.
It's so cute.
And it's just like a blank grid notebook,
Yeah.
and I keep track of my practice sessions. So I'll put the date at the top, and then I'll write like what I worked on. Sometimes I'll do like a list of things I want to get done in the practice session,
Yeah.
something like that. Over here, I had like a lesson with someone, so I wrote notes about what I learned in the lesson. And then sometimes I did a fun like calendar
really
spread,
cute.
something
Yeah.
like that. But I'm looking forward to using the Hobonichi because I think it's just a lot more organized. Like it's hard to, my eye isn't drawn to like the dates at the top. So it's harder to go back to things that I like want to look back on.
Right. What pen do you use in here? It's like a very consistent black pen.
This is a Muji 0.5.
Yeah, a good one. Is this like practice of keeping a practice journal? How many times am I going to say the word practice? Is this practice of keeping a practice journal a common practice in like for musicians?
I think it really depends on the person.
Okay.
One of my teachers in school really emphasized doing it.
Okay.
And so we all, actually, it was like part of our grade to do it. But I actually really liked it. So I kept doing it even after.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see. I wonder like if we can use that for any other things that we are, like other people, like can apply that.
Yeah,
the
no,
concept.
I think like our hobby life journal,
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of a similar concept, just like tracking something that you do a lot.
Right, tracking something that
Yeah.
you do a lot. I like that. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for showing us, Sophie.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to add, or?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
really looking forward to seeing how you use your
Yeah.
hours and your hone.
Yeah.
A5 size,
Yes,
I've noticed.
both of them.
Yeah.
I need my space.
You need your space. Oh, one more question. Are these going to be traveling with you or staying on your desk?
I was thinking about this. I think they'll need to travel with me. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a heavy commitment. But,
Wow. They'll both need to travel with you.
I think it depends on like where I'm going. but
Okay, certain days.
I can't live without my journals. I need them
Right.
with me wherever I am.
Right. Okay, so you would be bringing it to work and stuff.
Oh, yeah, probably the regular planner. The practice one I'll probably keep at home because that's where my instrument is.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. Thank you so much,
Thank
Sophie.
you.
I can't wait to see how it goes in the mid-year update.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, welcome Sophie because it's your first time meeting her, and be sure to comment below if you want to write Sophie a letter.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Hi, Autumn. Welcome.
Hi, Daisy. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah, I'm so
super
excited.
Yeah, my first video.
Yes, it's your first ever Yoseka video.
Yes. I'm a little nervous.
That's
but
okay.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm really happy that you wanted to do this. For everybody who doesn't know Autumn, like some of you may have met her already because Autumn has been working out of Yoseka land for the last few months. And what are you doing here? What do you want to tell everybody?
Yeah, I mean, I think the first event I got started with was with Planner Marsh, which I guess kind of feeds into this whole conversation. Because that was like my first introduction to the concept of planners. Like I knew about planners, but I didn't know how different everything could be. And it got my mind sort of turning on like how I can potentially use it.
Yeah.
But what brought me here was I want to get more involved with the pen and found stationery community. Because before, my job was based off a passion of mine.
Yeah.
And that came with the community because it was built off my passion.
Yeah. Do you want to say what that was?
Yeah. So I worked as a sommelier and bartender for about over a decade, and then now I'm in tech, so no communities there really.
Yeah.
And so I was missing that component that I felt I can connect to other people around a shared interest that is more creative. And thoughtful, I guess, more than anything else. And so that brought me to stationery. And I got started in stationery because I realized that my memory wasn't going, or my memory is not so great. And so as a method of just trying to remember things, that's how I started journaling.
I haven't heard this.
Yeah, and because of that, I knew it's a habit that I need to build. And in order for it to build, I needed to be constantly pulled back into it, and so I used a fountain pen as like my gateway. And so I picked out several fountain pens and different inks, so I can alternate different days, so that every day was exciting for me to go back to my journal to write.
So this is back then.
Yes.
Like this is how you got yourself into it. Basically.
Yes.
I love how it was like such a decision, and it was like a conscious decision.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I knew that it's a way for me to kind of recenter, I guess, and also like think about my day or like the emotions that I'm feeling, and writing it down just been super helpful. And it's also really fun to write about angry thoughts in shimmer ink. So that's been also really joyful for me.
I've never tried that, and maybe I will. Like, Neil did this.
Try it out. It's really fun.
In like red shimmery pigment ink or something.
Not about pigments, but a lot of my shimmer inks are like that pastel, pretty colors.
Okay,
and so I feel like you can't be angry or sad when you're looking at like a shimmer color, you know?
I see. So it's not about like matching the intensity of your feeling. It's about like giving yourself something you're pretty at, so you calm down.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, I understand. I was misunderstanding before. Okay, I love that. Okay. I think that you have been such an amazing addition to the team in the last few months, and like Autumn was saying, she started with Planner Marsh, and that is when I was first blown away by you, because you put together this like spreadsheet, which we shared with you guys, but it's a spreadsheet of like 100 or more planners.
130, I think, by the last count. Yeah.
Planners that Autumn, who like didn't know a ton about planners at the time.
No.
And a lot of these planners were in Japanese, and Neil had just brought them back from Japan. We were like, all right, Autumn, it's your first day. We have these 130 planners, and you're just gonna look through them and organize them
and catalog every detail of those.
Yeah. So
planners.
And you went above and beyond. Everything was so detailed, and you really like got to know those planners.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So I was really amazed and impressed.
I had a lot of fun doing that, because that's sort of where my mind goes.
Yeah.
Like, I love looking at details, and so that was just a really big joy for me to work on. But I had no idea just like how many different types, or like the specialty planners are really interesting. And even within planners themselves, there are like sections that are very cool to use. Like, I know a lot of the Japanese one came with gift list pages where you can track like gifts. That you either gave or received. And then the one that I found really unique of all of them is how much Japanese planners are obsessed with Gantt charts.
Oh yeah.
Gantt charts are mostly for project planning.
Yeah.
And so it's really interesting to see them in planners, which I find to be more like a personal thing. And so thinking about your life as a project is it's a different way of looking at it, I guess. Yeah, but that was just fun.
A lot of professionals do use planners in Japan versus like professionals here are all like using digital tools mainly. But I really do feel like we've spoken to like a few people who like really use planners in their
Maybe I should
jobs.
try that.
Yeah,
It will help me.
Maybe, yeah. You let report back.
I will.
Yeah, I'm just really excited that you're on
I'm
the
excited.
team.
I've like been a huge fan of Yoseka, so to be part of this team is a dream come true. And
you.
plus, it feeds my ink addiction.
Oh my God, yeah. Do you want to talk about your inks?
I have a lot of inks. I think I'm not in the extreme end.
Okay, you know when like Autumn made the planner catalog for us? Let me just say that I was blown away by that. But then she showed me her ink catalog, and
Yes.
that's all I need to say. She has an ink catalog. She has a catalog of inks that she owns.
It's on a spreadsheet and Google Sheets. I love spreadsheets, and it's also
You're very good at them.
I love looking at the data because it also helps me inform just like my next purchase or things I want to think about.
Yeah.
And so I've cataloged all the different hue, like or the color family, if it has a sheen, if it does have a sheen, what type of color the sheen is, and the type of shimmer that's in there, and it like how much on the shading scale it is from like low to high. And that way I can also look at it as a whole of like, okay, I have a lot of blue inks. Maybe I should not buy as much blue inks because how many blue inks can one person need?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot. I will continue to buy them, but it will help me understand like where I have a lot of inks on, like so that I can either start using more of them.
Yeah.
But I also have a little checkbox in the spreadsheet themselves to make sure that I'm using each and every ink that I own.
Right.
Because that's important.
Right. Well, we gotta do a video with you on your inks at some point. I'm telling you, people would love to see.
I need to bring them my swatch book. I'm still organizing it. Organizing colors is not easy.
Yeah, I wouldn't be good at doing that.
No, because like when I look at a red, I don't know if it's like purple or maroon or like fuchsia, because like it's in that weird area a lot of times.
Yeah.
And then not even to talk about like chroma shading inks. Like, is it pink based or blue based?
Yeah.
It's just, and then of course the really infamous color family that I think the pen community made up, which is blurple, blue and purple together.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll save it for that video. More on inks with Autumn in a future one. So I'm really excited you're here for Techo Kaigi. I know that you were shy about joining this Yoseka tradition because you haven't necessarily used a planner.
No.
But you will be next year.
Yes,
so,
I really want to.
Yeah, so why don't we have a couple of notebooks, planners here on the table in front of us. This one's obviously very like lived in. I can tell just how like puffy it is. That it's written in, which I love to see that. But what have you been using? Like, what did you use this past year, and what are you using next year?
Yeah, so this year I started off with the Stalogy 365 notebook that I finished, I think, part of the year halfway. And then now I'm using a Midori notebook, a gridded one. The first journal I've ever used was a 1 page a day, the Codex, which I loved because the little notch.
Not the dated one.
Not
like
the dated one.
Notebook.
Yeah, the notebook with the little tear off on the edges because I thought it was so cool to see.
Such a cool design, yeah.
And so, but then I wanted to try all the different papers that are out there in different notebooks. And so I landed on Stalogy because I saw someone using it in such a cool way that I thought maybe I can replicate that. I was not so successful doing that.
Well, you showed me some of your pages. They are really cool in their own way.
I tried. And also, I didn't really enjoy using this. I don't know if I can say that.
You can say it. Hot take.
I didn't enjoy using this because I found it to be very susceptible to hand oil. And then, so it made my inks feather a lot.
Yeah.
And the pages are so thin and there's so many of them and the grids are really small.
Yes.
That I feel like this journal was punishing me by never ending. So I actually got into washi and stamps and like pet tapes because I wanted to fill this up as much as I could.
Wait, that's hilarious, but I love that you still stuck to it and you didn't abandon it.
No, because I need to finish it. Yeah, I need to finish it.
You need to finish it.
Yes.
Okay. Well, do you have, so this you've been using as a journal. It's not your current journal, but you used it earlier in the year. Do you want to show us a little bit of like how you journal? You said you use a lot of stamps and stuff to fill up the page because you wanted to get through it faster.
Yes. So I know a lot of people have like different types of journals or notebooks they use.
Yeah.
But I condensed all of it into one. And so here is a sample page. You can see here that I have a receipt here, which is sort of like junk journaling.
Yeah.
And this is just to catalog like a really dumb mistake I made. I left one of my coats at the dry cleaner to the point where they gave it away because I didn't pick it up in time. So it made it into my journal to help me remind myself.
But you kept the receipt.
I did.
And then you went back, you brought this back, and then they were like, we don't have this anymore.
Yes, because I left it there for 8 months.
You put it in your junk
So
journal.
I lost my coat, and so this is a way for me to just kind of make fun of myself for the mistakes I do make.
We've all been there.
Yeah. And so I thought it was fun to capture for posterity. Yeah.
I love that.
And then there is another page here. This is sort of like goals and intention for 2025 that I wanted to focus on. And so there's no rhyme or reason.
Did you? So I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Do you use this?
I
feature?
did.
Like,
yeah.
You did.
But
so you use it consistently.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this was easier for me to like just keep track of the day and the day.
Yeah,
that
so I
was
don't know if you
working
guys
on.
know, but basically Stalogy notebooks are not planners, but they're made so that they can be used as planners. So they have in really, really, really light gray and tiny print the month, the day of the week, and the number of the day. So like 1 to 31. And you can indicate by like however Autumn chose to cross it out what the date is.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so you used that
Yeah,
feature.
I did. And earlier I actually wanted to stamp out the dates, but that wasn't so successful. So I just switched to that one.
Okay.
And so these are the goals that and intentions.
Wow, that's a lot.
That I wanted to work on. A lot of it is not so much like actual things to do, but just more of like a feeling or like, I don't know a better word for it. But yeah, like I just wanted to become more thoughtful and intentional about the things I wanted to focus on next year.
Absolutely. And so, you wrote these all at once? Oh my gosh, that's a lot.
This is stuff that I've been thinking about, and it was just me putting it on paper.
Right.
So you can see here, like one of them is like be gentle on myself. Like we're
Journal
our own.
constantly.
Yes.
I think you did that one.
Consistently.
Oh, I thought it said constantly.
Yeah. And then, like
Consistently.
settle more into my apartment. I've been living in my apartment for 7 years and I still have boxes around my apartment.
Yeah.
Things like that. I still didn't really get to that goal, but it's just
hard.
something to, figure out or just at least put on paper so that I can actually go back to this and think about the ideas that I had
That's
for
a
the
goal
year.
for me too, like decorating our house more.
Yeah, it's actually a lot harder than
Hard to make
people.
time for. It's like when you're home, when you're finally home, you just don't want to do anything.
No, I just want to sit on my couch. Although when I get new ink shipments in, I take a time out to swatch.
Right.
Because that's my favorite.
But that's
thing to
different.
do.
That's like your time to unwind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have other kind of like thoughts here. I think this started off as a poem, but then turned into something else. So it's very similar to the
God,
goals
so
and
deep.
intentions.
Wow.
And so this is like what I meant by like my journal is like my only journal. I know some people might have like a commonplace journal where they write down thoughts and things, but I wanted to condense it all into one thing.
Yeah.
And then there's more examples of like things I used to like, here's a grocery list.
Yeah.
This is probably going to move over to the planner that I want to use next year. So I put that down here as well. And then there is like poems that I come across that I really enjoy reading, and I would decorate it.
And you do some calligraphy.
I think this was written in the Magna Carta M500.
Wow.
Yeah, that has a flex nib on them. And
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
I love flex nibs.
You do?
I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I own quite a few of them, and that's like the whole gateway to vintage fountain pens, but I think that's a conversation for another time.
Got it.
And then here you can see, this is a dated journal page where I was very anxious about a test and I just needed to get something out, but then I thought this was the all-consuming thought of that day, so that's the only thing I concentrated on. And just wanted to call that out. And then I also have color, I need to figure out a way to use all my color inks, and so I I used the gridded format of the Stology and just like did a little bit of each.
Wow, if you, no offense to Stology, I love Stology paper, but like, if you were to do this in a Hobonichi with the Tomoe River, that would be so beautiful.
Ooh,
like
yeah.
with the paper, like I love, because I think like some of the ink here is like feathering a little bit.
Yes.
But I can't wait for you to try. Oh, spoilers! She's using a Hobonichi.
That's the one I decided on. I was torn between the Hobonichi and Take a Note.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so,
okay. What else?
And then this is like me junk journaling.
Did you write that?
No, this is like
okay.
paper I bought. This is not me.
Okay. Sorry.
I wish I could take credit for it, but
Okay.
no. I like used different types of stickers that I
so
bought that I was excited
gorgeous.
about.
Yeah.
And then one last page here is like, this is probably going to stay in my journals, but all of these inks are going to be inks I will use for my planner. But this is where I would write down the ink that I chose and the pen that it's in.
Do you do this every month?
I do. Every
Inks
time I
for-
change
yeah.
inks, I make a page like this.
So do you have like one page for the month and then you add to it as you change inks, or you just change once a month?
Once a month,
Oh,
all
you
of
have
my
like
pens.
a day that
Yes.
you do it
Yes.
once a month.
Yes.
I guess that makes sense, especially because like you have so many inks and you want to be organized about it, and you are organized about it, like you really are. This is like more of your organization around that,
and
right?
I also know ahead of time like a pen that I want to use, and
Yeah.
generally I try to rotate in a new pen that I acquired, because why would I buy it if I'm not going to use it? And the
Yeah.
best time to use it is like when you first get it, when you're the
Yeah.
most excited about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And so I put those into rotation, and then I try to use like the inks that I bought that are the oldest inks like in my purchase collection, but that doesn't always work out that way. I'm also a matchy person. You can see
Matchy-matchy.
here, this is the Kaveco Sport. That's the light blueberry, the Frosted Sport. So it got a Dominant Industry Pearl Horizon because it felt like it matched really well to that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that does match really well to that one.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can see here, there's the transparent yellow TWSBI, and this one got the R&K Helianthus ink in it. Yeah.
Wow, I'm a big fan.
I love matchy. It just scratches an itch
Yeah.
that I didn't even know that I had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, any other pages? This is the last
No,
one.
this
Okay.
is the last one.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So you've been primarily doing like an all-in-one catch-all journal.
Yep.
How long have you been doing that? Like a couple years?
Couple years now, yeah.
Years, okay. So now, what are you doing for 2026?
2026, I plan on, as Daisy spoiled,
Spoiled,
Hobonichi.
sorry.
I am completely brand new to Hobonichi. So I've heard so many people use it, and I've seen everybody's like, or a lot of influencers,
Yeah.
showcase their layouts and stuff. And to be honest, I was a little intimidated
Yeah.
of using it.
Oh.
But this time, because I got to handle a lot of them, I got more comfortable, and I was like, oh, I can actually see myself using this.
Were you intimidated, like, because their catalog is, like, you just didn't understand, like, which their products, I guess?
No, I was
Okay.
intimidated by just the actual planner themselves.
okay.
Because the one I actually chose is the Cousin A5, which is going to have like the day-to-day page.
Yeah, oh,
so
I see,
here
yeah.
is where I'm like, how am I going to fill up this entire page?
No, but you write a lot.
Yeah,
you
but,
often do.
But this is more, to me, that's more of a journal where I don't have to think about like the hourly guides
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
And so,
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just somehow more intimidated by
I
this.
understand.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of features on the page, and maybe like I understand because you feel like it can do so much.
Yes.
And you want to understand all the features.
Yep.
But I encourage you to just treat it as a notebook as well, because
That's what I'm going to try to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it's so intimidating when you see everyone's like Hobonichis, and it's so pretty looking.
your notebook is so pretty. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I see so many people's like layouts, and I'm like, oh my god, I wish I could do that. That's so creative.
Oh, Autumn.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But
okay.
I did come across something that I thought was really cool that I'm probably going to do it for here.
Yeah.
Which is somebody took a photo a day and then just pasted on each of the squares for
Cute.
the day.
Yeah,
so I might
yeah.
do that
Okay.
here. And then this is going to be sort of like condensing my work and personal calendars together, because right now they live on 2 different Google calendars.
Yeah.
And so it's hard to see just like how my entire day looks.
I see.
And so that's what I'm going to use this for. And then on the daily pages, what I'm going to use this is as notes for my work meetings, so that I can always refer back to it when I'm in the middle of those meetings themselves.
Okay, I see. Gotcha. Do you have any plans for these pages, just out of curiosity?
This is where I'm probably going to use it to condense my work and life calendar together.
I see. Yeah, the vertical. Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, because if it's not on my digital calendar, I would forget. But hopefully using this system will also help me remember more.
Yeah.
Because I'm physically writing something down. And
right.
There's, I think what studies have shown that if you write something, you remember it more. So that's the goal, at least.
Yeah. Okay, so it's like gonna be your first time like planning using paper and pen.
Yes.
Which I'm so excited for you. I mean, for me, it really is helpful. I was talking to Evelyn about how, well, it's also, I use the Cousin, and this layout is really essential for me because I have so many personal and work to-dos that are all mixed together, and I just need it all in one place, really. Because for me, like, work is life, life is work. It's all enmeshed. And now you have Yoseka land stuff too, right? Like those projects that you're planning. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see.
I think, so this is not going to be where I do my, like how I envision this is not my to-do list page. That's going to be more on the dailies where I'm taking notes for the meetings I'm in for work. But if I also get on a meeting with you for event stuff, this is all going to go here.
I see.
Yeah, so each day is going to be a thing. And then probably on the weekend days is where I put my grocery list or like chores I like need to do or things of that nature.
Okay. Yeah. Wow, I can't wait to see.
At least that's the idea.
We do a mid-year update,
boy.
No pressure. It's just it often is different from how people plan it, because once you start it, you realize like, oh, it's actually I should tweak it this way for how I use it or whatever. So I think those changes are always super interesting to see. Look at this Generation Z quote.
Oh my goodness.
For May 4th. I can't believe I'm seeing a Generation Z quote in Hobonichi right now.
Oh my god.
What does it say? Generation Z is a group of people
who have learned to communicate through getting likes on their social networking posts.
Oh my god, in the past we said that young people should be given 60% praise, 40% scolding. I've never heard that. But now it is more like 80% praise, 20% suggestions for improvement. Just forget about the scolding part.
This is said by Yohei Harada, professor at Institute of Technology and Design Engineering.
About Gen Z.
Yes.
It's like an article or something.
Maybe.
Or, I don't know.
A lecture.
Yeah, lecture. Okay, anyway, fascinating. Oh, and then do you want to talk about this cover? It's so bright and cheery. Like, this is gonna like lift your spirits no matter what.
I hope so.
Like,
and this is gonna be hard to lose as well.
For sure.
And I also try to gravitate toward like brighter things for things I need to use on a daily basis, because I need it to be captivating in some way to help me like realize that I have something to look forward to.
Yeah.
And so this way it won't get lost or in any of the shuffles, or I will forget about it or anything.
It's so cute. So this is the Mina Perhonen. What is this cover called again? It's like yellow something.
I think
yellow full. Wait, what is it called?
I want to say it's cheerful.
Oh, cheerful? Okay.
Maybe I forget.
Okay,
it was either this or the Mr. Saturn one,
which are both so cute and like bright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Mr. Saturn I wanted was a B6, and I realized at the end the B6 is gonna be a little too small for my needs.
A6.
Oh yeah, A6. Sorry.
Yeah.
I love Mr. Saturn because I played those
you
video
do?
games. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see.
So personal connection.
I love everything about this, actually.
Yeah, I don't even know what to start putting in here. So like a lot of things to think about.
So I don't know if you know this because you're new to Hobonichi, but this Mina Perhonen is like one of the most famous designers for Hobonichi. They do collabs with Hobonichi every single year, and they do apparel, like they're fabric company, I think.
Oh,
so
cool.
basically they take their extra fabric, and they Hobonichi will go and like pick out the ones for the covers like every year. That's why you see Mina every single year, and they're always really unique. A lot of them are embroidered like this, really gorgeous.
This just makes me want gummy candy.
What? I didn't think of that, but you know, I love gummies.
I do too.
Okay, well, let's get some.
Gummy bears.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Autumn.
Thank you so much for having me. And it was fun talking about my whole setup and like the ideas of like what got me into the way that I do it. So
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
All right, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you guys felt inspired by hearing how Evelyn and Autumn and Sophie used their notebooks and plan on using their 2026 planners. There are so many different options out there, and I think like one of the biggest lessons that I've learned about planners for sure is that you have to make your planner system, your notebook system work for you. And it's less about the planner, like the brand or the system per se, and more about how you are gonna make it work for your life. So I hope that this video maybe got you thinking about some ideas for how you can incorporate stationery into your life. Thank you all so much for watching, and be sure to be on the lookout for part 2 of our 2026 Team Techo Kaigis. Bye!